Welcome to the Burn Factory podcast with Priest and Phoenix Rivera. Listen as the boys interview the biggest names in sports and entertainment. The Burn Factory starts now.
What is up, guys? Welcome back to another episode of the Burn Factory podcast. I'm your host, Priest, joined by my co-host, my brother, the one and only Phoenix. Say what's up to the camera.
What's up, y'all?
This is called the Burn Factory for a reason. I was literally caught on fire. 50% chance to survive, but through that started this podcast because I believe every single person out there on this planet goes through a burn moment somewhere in their life.
You heard Priest say a burn moment. So a burn moment is a super hard time in your life that you just have to fight and overcome. And me and Priest believe that every single person on this earth go through burn moments that truly make them who they are. But what an amazing guest we have today, Priest. Our guest is a true legend of the sport. He was the WBC welterweight champion. He was also the USBA and NABO welterweight champion. Not only that, he was a junior Olympic champion and a ringside national champion. And just to top it off, my man can act. He was featured in the film South Paw and Expendables 3.
So please give a warm welcome to Victor Ortiz. Woo!
Hey, thanks, guys.
Welcome to the Burn Factory. All right, Victor, please do not get mad at me, but I was looking at your Instagram, and I noticed that you guys go all out for Halloween. Is Halloween your guys' favorite like holiday or something? Because I saw those costumes, man.
Oh man,
they're pretty impressive.
You know, as a little boy, I always dreamed of the day when I have kids myself. I'll give them the times that I didn't have. You know, so I sit back, bro, and it's not that I'm into this or that, but when my little boys, you see a little 4-year-old and a little 6-year-old, like really, Dad, Halloween coming, Dad. I'm kind of like, these dudes are calling me Dad. That's so crazy. I'm like, Dad, like, yeah. So I kind of step it up, you know, like let's like I was a vampire and then I was Captain America. So you wouldn't find me in any of those. I mean maybe a vampire, but it's just a great time, you know. And thankfully I had help by my girlfriend Haley, so that was great. I mean, shoot, you could dress me up. I mean, help me dress them up and paint the little faces. It's just great, you know.
Exactly. It's a time for family to come together and
absolutely,
be what
bro.
they want to be growing up. And
absolutely.
Little kids always want to be inspired by people and become a boxer or NFL
not only
player.
That, their daddy, right? Like they literally, Dad, I want to be a boxer. I go, how about we make you something cooler than a boxer though? Like
exactly.
And then at first he's like, well, you know, Dad, I think Hawk from Cobra Kai, like I told you.
Yeah.
And I was like, ooh, that's cool, yeah.
It's different.
So, yeah. You wanted to be Hawk? I'm like, absolutely. And then Malachi just kind of goes off of his butt. I want to be Ninja, Dad. I'm like, all right, big boy. Just don't hurt me, man. Yeah. So it ended up being Ninja, Cobra Kai, and then Captain America and Spider-Man. So, I mean, it worked, you know?
I'll tell you what, I can't believe how much joy kids bring to your life. You know, it's
interesting. I never in a million years thought that I would actually be a father, man. That was my biggest fear. I was left as a little boy by both parents, and I swore I would never be a parent. And next thing you know, the biggest surprise blessing of my life came. There's Victor Royal Ortiz, but I call him Royal. I named him after the Kansas City Royals, though.
I was just about to ask that.
Yeah, it's
just
cool
like name.
I fell in love with this little dude when I seen his eyes. I was like, oh, whoa, that's mine.
Yeah. And then now you have really something to like push yourself for, to take care of them now and to be the best version of yourself for them.
Absolutely, man. And here's the craziest part about it. This is the power that works within it, right? So my last fight, a year and a half ago, I fought in Phoenix. Amazing fighter. I fought Todd Manuel. And man, we went to war. The guy's 6'2", big, you know, strong, young. And man, I just remember we went to war. I mean, my eye was closed and the other one was ripped open. But hey, man, we kept going. The 10th and final round, man, mind you, my trunks say Royal and Malachi. And then Psalm 144, which is,
I love it.
You know, God's Psalm. It's he protects and gets your hands ready for war, your fingers for battle, you know, stuff like that. It was amazing, right? So I'm in there. I'm like, all right, I'm talking to the fighter. I go, come on, Todd, bring it, baby. The last and final round, baby. Come on. So we shake hands, boom, give a hug. Here we go. He drops me, boom. Oh, I look down. I'm like, wait a minute. I just got rocked. I'm on the canvas, and 2, 3, and it says Royal and Malachi. I was like, I got you, baby. That was a good one, baby. I got up. Let's do it. Let's finish the fight. Come on, let's dance, baby. Oh man, we went to war for like the last 2 minutes and a half. We get done. We're like, man. He's like, hey man, Vic, man, shoot, you still got it, bro. You still got it. I was like, bro, you're mean. You hit me.
You're mean, man.
You ain't supposed to hit me.
Yeah, he goes, what's wrong with you, man? I was like, a lot. I get punched.
It's funny, like the simple things can make the biggest impacts on your life. Literally just you looking at that name was the reason you got back up into that fight.
Snapped out of it like nothing happened and went straight to war. And then we finished and hugged him and, gave him a kiss. Hey, dude, congrats, brother. We went to war and thank you, Yeah. And we still keep in contact. What's up, Todd? How you doing, man?
Cool.
I'm good, bro. How you doing? It's pretty cool.
I like that whenever fighters do fight, and at the end of the day, they have that mutual respect, and then
and that's the thing that I've always tried to look forward to ever since I was a kid. It's one of those situations where you get put in a situation. Yes, it's a sport, but some people take it to the very personal and ugly, man, and that's ugly. So I try to keep it as mutual as I can, and I'll tell people sometimes, hey, bro. Cameras are everywhere. They're rolling. So whatever's said out of my mouth to you, I don't mean it. I'm sorry, man. It's just sell the fight. Yeah. Whatever you say to me, I'm not taking it in offense.
Yeah.
And it's just one of those situations, people don't want to hear that, but it's the truth for me.
Yeah. Yeah. So Victor, you're actually kind of leading us into B, beginning. So on the show, we do use the acronym BURN. So each letter is kind of a different time in your life. So let's go to B. B stands for beginning. So take us back to your childhood and growing up. Were there some burn moments that you faced that you had to overcome?
Absolutely, man. I was a 7-year-old, in Kansas, born and raised in Kansas. And being born and raised out there, you grow up with a different culture, it's a different situation, really. But thankfully, I was 7 years old. I went to school, came home from school to an empty household. My mom just vanished, disappeared. My dad did the same thing, but his way of leaving was a little different. It was he'd go, he'd come, he drove semis and stuff, and he always said that he was out working and stuff. So he'd be gone for a month, 2 months, come back, another 3 months, whatever, come back. And it got to a point to where no mom, the clothing that we had on our backs was not something impressive. I actually learned how to cut hair at the time because I still know how to cut hair because I couldn't afford to go get a haircut. And then next thing you know, just to get food on the table would be some of my best friends. I still keep in contact with them, man. I had Brandon Carmichael from Kansas. I had Kyle Brown from Kansas, Diego Lazarine from Kansas, Elias Vargas from Kansas. And these guys just kind of kept me on my feet between their moms and their dads that always take care of me. And it was just great. But the boxing gym that my dad took me to in the beginning of time before he left me, which I wanted nothing to do with, the gentleman from there actually took me on. He was like my dad, my grandpa, my mentor. He was my everything, man. And I actually buried him when I turned 18. But he's the one that told me, Junior, you have to promise me something. Called me Junior. Mm-hmm. Anything, Bucky. He says, I'm not going to be here always, but I'm here long enough to let you know that you need to leave Garden City, Kansas and never come back. I felt like that line from The Lion King where he goes, leave and never come back, Yeah. I was like, what are you saying, buddy? Why are you trying to make me leave? He's like,
kicking me out.
Pretty much. He goes, just leave, Junior. There's nothing here in Kansas for you. Just leave. Don't ever come back. And he goes, God has you. And I'm just kind of like, what is this even supposed to mean, man? So next thing you know, foster homes with Sharon and John Ford. They're my parents. I love them dearly still, And next thing you know, I ended up traveling to my sister. When I turned 13, she was already 16. She was emancipated. So she was running her own life. She had her first kid already. And she filed for custody of me. So got me out of my mom and dad's custody, took me to Denver, Colorado. And that's where my actual beginning took place at 13. Right after Bucky told me to leave and never come back, So now I'm in Denver, 1 week in Denver. I'm already the state champion. Next thing you know, the regional champion. And then I was a gold medalist in the Junior Olympics right off the bat. Team USA, boom, boom, boom. And then my life just moved so fast from there. 16, I'm on Team USA representing USA, beating every bad man in the world, in the state or in the country, and then in the world. And man, everything just happened so fast. 16, you know. I remember coming back from Marquette, Michigan. And I came back and I went straight to the courthouse. I was now 16 and a half. And I found out about emancipation. You know, you can make your own decisions pretty much. And so I had all kinds of paperwork. I took it to my sister and I go, "Hey sis, what's up?" She goes, Hey Junior. And I had just gotten paid for my 2 jobs. I worked construction and I worked for a Mover's Choice, a company moving people house to house or whatever. And I was still in high school. I was, it was rough. So then my 2 paychecks came. It was about $800 between the 2. And I go, "Here, sis, here's your $800, but you need to sign this for me." She said, "What is this?" I was like, "It's just, I'm leaving." "What do you mean you're leaving?" I was like, "I'm going to California." She's like, "No, you're not." I was like, "Oh, yes, I am." I said, "You have a kid, you have a husband." I said, "I don't have anything." I said, "What's the worst thing that's gonna happen? I'm gonna get to Cali, then I'm gonna need a ride back to Colorado. I'll hitchhike, I'll do something. Don't worry about me. But I'll be back in a few years, a couple." She was crying, you know, "What are you talking about?" I was like, "I have to do this, please. Don't stomp on my toes. I'll be fine." I said, "My name is Victor." She's like, "No," like she was upset. She signed the paperwork, and I just remember I'm like, dang, I should have kept like $20.
I need it.
I'm gonna get hungry at the airport, you know. But then I was like, it's okay. So then my boy, one of my boys at the time, one of my coworkers, and a professional boxer nowadays too, his name's Rick Lopez. He gave me a letter at the time. He goes, "Why are you leaving, Vic?" I go, "I'm just chasing a dream, bro. I have to do what's best for me, man. And I believe this is where God's leading me, man. And I'm fine, bro. Trust me, I'll be good, bro. Don't worry about me." He gave me a letter, right? He goes, don't open this until you're in the airplane." And I forgot I had that letter, right, in my pocket. So then I'm in the airplane, and my first time ever being in an airplane, I'm like, "Dude, what are you doing, bro? You're crazy, man. Why are you don't even know these people that just asked you for custody. Like, dude, what are you doing?" But it was already too late. I'm on an airplane.
Going to California.
I'm looking out the window like, dude, you are messing up, bro. So next thing you know, ding, ding, we have 15 minutes to our final destination. But I'm just like, I'm looking out the window and I'm like, whoa, I've seen that on Baywatch. I've seen that on Night at the Roxbury. You know, I was all like, that's so cool. So then I'm landing. Dude, I landed and I'm like, dude, you're dumb. What are you doing here, you know? And then next thing you know, I get picked up by the people that I ended up being taken into custody by. And then I ended up in Ventura County, Oxnard, California. And then just on a dream, man, I just remember getting here and I'm like, whoa, man. It was just culture shock, you know? Mm-hmm. Being born and raised in Kansas my whole life. And then, man, I started there. And, man, as life just took off. And it hasn't slowed down since, you know?
I tell you what, moving to California might have been the biggest burn moment possible for your life.
I believe it was, bro. I got here as a junior, freshman, a sophomore in high school. I was ahead of credit so much from Kansas. I was a straight A student. Okay. So by the time I got here, I was about 26 credits ahead. So if I would have graduated, I would have graduated like half of a semester before 11th grade. And then I was like, you know what? I can just take all the classes at one time and I'll just finish. But I had to sign contracts. I couldn't fail any classes. I couldn't skip senior ditch day and stuff like that. So I ended up graduating as an 11th grader. They gave me the Outstanding Scholar Award for students in sports and academics. Wow. I was kind of a brain, man. Yeah. I mean, although I get punched a lot, you know.
Could you choose to stay longer if you wanted to, or did you already have to graduate?
No, I didn't want to. I just didn't know anybody. I didn't know anybody. I didn't care about anything. All I could picture in my head was diploma here, boom, like a champion, right? And on the other hand, my belt.
Hey.
That's all I wanted. Uh-huh. I didn't care about pleasing this person, pleasing that person. Oh, we're friends. I don't know you. I remember people were like, "Oh, we went to kindergarten together." I'm like, "No way, you're from Kansas?" They're like, "What?" I'm Like, yeah, you're from Kansas. If we went to kindergarten together.
Yeah.
They're like, no, we went to school down. I'm like,
Gotcha.
Nice try. Nice try.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
It was just interesting, but just the way it all worked. And it worked out because I was always in my own little bubble, in my own cocoon, and I just didn't go out. I didn't know anybody. I had straight A's in school. I always aced my stuff. And it was interesting because we'll fast forward a little bit. So by the time now, I was fine disputing for the world championship and stuff. I was in college. I was in Ventura College, and I remember one of the teachers. The midterms were coming up. It was on a Wednesday, but I asked the professor, "Do you mind if I can take the midterms before Wednesday? Maybe Monday or Tuesday?" I said, "I'll ace them. I know I will." I said, "I have a lot going on this week." I was fine for the World Championship Saturday on HBO, you know? So they go, what's so important that you have to try to hurry this whole situation up? I was like, well, I'm kind of chasing a dream, you know? It's a dream of mine that I've been having since I was a kid, and this is a very important time for me. So I'm disputing for a World Championship title for the WBC crown at 147 pounds this weekend on HBO, Boxing After Dark. And the dean says to me, and the professor, do you know what the statistics of doing something that significant is? And I said, with all due respect, I don't mean to be rude or cocky. I just, I make my own statistics. And when I said that, he looked at me like, you know, it's simple. I'm not going to tolerate this. I will not put up with this. You cannot make up these right now. And if you miss them, I'm going to fail you. I go, are you joking? So then he says, I'm sorry, it's just, you know, class rules and college. And I go, this is a dream I'm chasing though, man. He says, well, you have to prioritize on what's important. And I said, you're right. He said, if I was you, I'd go to the dean's office, drop the class so you don't fail it. And I said, yes, sir. I got up, I went to the dean's office, boom, I dropped the class. I go to the other one, same thing, drop the class. Boom, I go to the other one, drop the class. Saturday kicks around. I'm in Connecticut, backyard of the homie. I'm like, man, I'm in some cold waters right now. And they're like, ladies and gentlemen, tonight, 12 rounds of boxing for the WBC welterweight champion of the world. And I mean, they're like, all right, here we go. My jobs, construction said, Vic, if you don't kick this don't come back. The guys from Red Bull, I was working for Red Bull as a merchandiser. Vic, you know what? We'll work with you, but come on, man. We can't give you much time. I mean, I may have to let you go. I was like, it's okay, bro. I understand, man. I thank you for always helping me and understanding. I just have to do this. So it's a goodbye to you guys, but I love you guys, man. Thank you guys for always supporting me. I'll be back with the championship. All right, Vic. So I go, boom, next you know, ladies and gentlemen, 1,000 around the world. I'm just like, here we go. The guy was 27-0, 21 knockouts, undefeated, pound for pound behind Floyd Mayweather. Floyd Mayweather was in the crowd with 50 Cent. I just remember, I'm like, oh, there's 50. That's cool. I was like,
before the fight, you saw that?
Yeah, I saw it right there ringside. And I was like, I looked at Floyd and I was like, all right, you're next.
Yeah.
So then I looked at, you know, my homework ahead. We shake hands and I just go, all right, let's get it, champ. So we go back to our corners, boom, boom. I dropped him once, boom, boom. Right when it opened, they counted a slip. And I come in again, pop, pop. I dropped him again, and I go, count that one, ref. So now they're just like, oh. And then he's looking at his corner. I go, hey, don't look at your corner. I ain't going to help you. I'm right here. So next thing you know, after 12 rounds of war, he dropped me nasty in the 6th round. But, man, Andre Berto, no joke, man. Yeah. So he came in, dropped me, bro. The new champion of the world, right? So then we fast forward to all this craziness. I now have my younger brother in college at the time. I raised my brother. I adopted my brother. Exactly what happened to me, I adopted him. I've been through high school, college, everything. So my brother, he goes, hey, bro, there's this teacher, and he's just a big fan of yours, man. And he wants your autograph. Like, can you come through one day? I was like, yeah, absolutely, no problem. Ventura College, right? So I'm like, yeah, I'll be there for sure, bro. I walked in, dude. it's the teacher that didn't give me the time of day. And you know what I did? I go, oh, I'm not going to mention his name because I feel I go, whoa. Man, how are you? He goes, wow, the champ. I cannot believe the champ is here. And I looked at him and I go, yes, sir. Do you have any words of wisdom for my class today? I go, yeah, absolutely. I sure do. So I get up there. I go, you know, anyone in here, I know you guys have your ups, you have your downs. You'll rise, you'll fall. It's just part of life. I said, if you want an easy life, this isn't the life. No one's life is easy. We're going to have those when you hit the walls, but you have to get up, shake it off. It is what it is. But if I can tell you guys one thing today, is if a kid is ever in one of these seats and says, I have a dream I'm chasing, I need to make up a midterm, I need to do it earlier than supposed to be because I'm going to ace it. Because I'm going to go chase a dream this week and I'm going to be the champion of the world. And that person makes his own statistics. Just let him do it. He goes, he knew exactly who I was.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So I just go, it's a great pleasure to see you, Mr. So-and-so. Take care of yourself. He goes, champ. I was like, oh no, I'm just another guy trying to live, you know. So I shook his hand, I gave him a hug, signed autographs for everybody, took off. My brother says, what was that about? That was the first time him hearing that. And he goes, why'd you show up? I go, I don't know. I just, you know, I'm not a bad guy. I just, he made a simple mistake. It's okay. We all do. We slip and we fall. We get up. I said, why have to put somebody down or hate somebody because of something that they didn't believe in? I said, it's everyone's different, bro. So I let it go, man. And that was one of those burn moments for sure, you know. That was a super burn moment, bro.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Yeah. So,
think about how many lives you changed in the crowd probably from that day.
Absolutely.
In the
man.
classroom.
Absolutely.
You changed his life too. He probably never did that again.
I highly doubt it. I really hope not. It's like, Mr. So-and-so, can I get a midterm? He's like, yeah, right now. Let's do it right now.
Exactly.
He pulls out, bam. No, I need some more time. No, we can do it right now.
But I can't tell you, like, whenever you start something, you're chasing something, no one wants to be with you from the start.
No.
They all want to come to you at the end.
It's the truth. So that particular fight, I love my brother, Andre Berto, man. He gave me an opportunity of a lifetime to fight for the dispute for the championship of the world and do some big, great things. You know, it's amazing. Because of him, it was possible for me. But before that, in training camp, nobody would show up to my camps. I by myself, killing it every day. 3:30 in the morning, I'm out doing my miles. 4 in the morning, putting in my work, this and that. Nobody would invite me to parties or to hang out. Let's chill. None of that. And next thing you know, like you said, Victor Ortiz, the name grew, and then all of a sudden, bro, we should need to hang out, man. I'm just like, yeah, sure. There's a few names after we're done I'm gonna share with you.
Yeah.
I was like, are you serious? Here's my phone. It is interesting though, but even so, I don't change who I am, and I think that's one thing where a lot of people are like, "Hey Vic, what's going on?" I'm like, "What's up, dude? How you doing?"
And that's what people like. People like the genuine people out there
Absolutely.
and being nice to people. I can't tell you how many celebrities out there are just like, no photos.
Oh, bro,
I don't even want to talk to you.
There's been so many, man. I've seen a few where I'm like, "Oh, dude, you're so and so. That's so cool." They're just like, and then I'm like, "Victor, bro, Ortiz. Oh, what's up, man?" I'm like, "What's up, dude?" Who's what's up is louder now, you know?
Exactly. But you went through many burn moments before your fight with Andre Berto.
Oh, bro, so many, man.
And the burn moment whenever you fought Lamont Peterson, you got the draw.
Dude,
whenever you won, you won the fight. You won. Let's be honest, you won the fight.
You know what's interesting though? I don't even dispute that because I love Lamont too, bro. We're on Team USA together. And no joke, before the fight, I did amazing. I dropped him 3 times or whatever, 4. And I had tightened my gloves up too tight, so I couldn't actually feel my hands. So I felt like Ricky Bobby, can't feel my hands. Many years later, I can't feel my hands. Yeah, but I say that because it just didn't feel right. But I thought we did enough to pull off the victory. But, you know, it is what it is. I'm not a judge. There are some biased judges, though, sometimes.
Yeah.
But that's just the boxing game if you really look at it, you know. So I don't even bother on
But
trying
you probably learned something in that blessing disguise right there with the draw.
Oh, yeah, bro. Absolutely, man. Because if you look at my whole record, I've had war after war after war. I'm talking ripped open eyes, broken nose, broken jaw. My head's been cracked open so many times. You could probably call me a crackhead. I'm just kidding. No, but my hands, bro, look at they don't straighten no more.
Wow.
And then right here,
is that a scar?
Yeah, reconstructed. Reconstructed as a straight left. Put the guy down, but broke all my stuff. Oh. And then I have two screws right there. And then this one right here, completely shattered. And then this one. So, it's part of.
So you want to be a fighter?
So you're telling me.
So you're telling me you want to be a fighter?
All right, Victor, it's time to go to you and burn. It stands for unfortunate. Just like I mentioned at the beginning of this podcast, I was unfortunately caught on fire in a school science experiment that went horribly, horribly wrong and blew up like a bomb in my face. And I was immediately rushed to ICU burn clinic where I spent a week there. Had 7 surgeries, one every single day with a 50% chance to survive.
Oh, jeez.
Because with burns, the swelling continues to swell. And they were worried about my breathing stopping because my neck was super bad. But whenever I found out I had that 50% chance to survive, I was like, instead of feeling all down on myself and just wanting to crawl up in a little ball and start to cry, I was like, what's that one thing that's going to bring a smile to my face? And I just started getting into golf. And I had my parents and him go get my putter, my golf putter, and I put ball after ball after ball into this glass jar, all hooked up to all the IVs. Couldn't even see from how swollen I was from my face. And in that moment, I knew I was going to fight. And I called that my burn moment. And I truly believe from the bottom of my heart, if that burn moment doesn't happen in the hospital, I do not have this podcast, nor am I talking to Victor Ortiz, or do I not meet any other inspiring people out there that are sharing their stories. And
wow, dude. Yeah.
Blessed to be alive still. And give all the credit to God.
Absolutely, bro.
Give me a second chance. And
beautiful, man. Yeah. Shoot, my moment like that, I'd have to say, like you said early on, when you make it, everyone's there, you know? And I was huge star. I'm talking, man, I couldn't go to Walmart. I couldn't go to the store, nothing. It was amazing, though, because I learned to appreciate what God had given me. And I didn't have that because turn back the page 10 years ago, I was poor, man. Couldn't even afford a pair of shoes, man. It was rough. Unless they're on the clearance aisle. But even so, that required a lot of saving. So regardless, though, that moment for me, bro, shoot. Being on top now, everybody knows me. And then I get my jaw broken. If you guys ever want to see this fight, Jose Lopez versus me. And, man, he's a heck of a person, a heck of a fighter. But I broke my jaw in the 4th round. In the 4th round, I broke my jaw. We were in an exchange, and I'm going, boom, boom. And then as I'm throwing, I got a little check, barely. Ding, 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 bell rings, and I go, I sit down. How you feeling? I go, my jaw's broken. Stop the fight. What? My jaw's broken. Stop the fight. There's nothing wrong with you. I was like, my jaw's broken. Stop the fight. And I couldn't move my jaw now. And I'm telling him to stop the fight. But I think the adrenaline, maybe the pride, the something, I don't know. the more I said stop the fight, they said there's nothing wrong with me because I don't show pain. When I'm in the corner, bro, go back, I'm like this, boom. When I'm ripped open, I don't care. Hands shattered, hands broken, wrist broken. I don't say, I'm not like, I broke a nail. No, it's not me, bro. Wrong guy. Yeah. So I'm just like, stop. Sorry.
That was a good one.
I'm like,
there's people like that.
Oh, I know. No offense to soccer players. I'm just joking. Totally joking. Oh, dang. Put myself in spider web. My bad. So regardless, bro, my jaw's broken and I told them again, they go, doo, doo, doo. Seconds out, mouthpiece in. And I'm like, my jaw's broken. And they put the mouthpiece in. I'm like, oh, no, God. Please protect me, bro. I grab if you go back and look at the fight, I grab my jaw under with the thumb like this. So I come into war, boom, for the next, that's 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And I'm like, stop the fight. Please stop the fight. My jaw's been broken since the 4th round. Please stop the fight. I'm in a lot of pain. And they would not stop the fight. That was 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th. I'm like, please stop the fight, man. I'm in so much pain, but I'm winning the whole fight. Because every time I come, I sit down, I'm like this. And then finally, the 9th round, I come out, and then I'm like this the whole time. But then I heard him, boom, boom, I make him buckle. It looks like he's going down, so I let this one rip for a second. So when I let it rip, this thing fell. Boom, and she's going like this, but he throws a hook, and the hook goes, God, and it just goes. I just remember it just snapped even more. I go, ah, ah. I felt like that movie from what's his name? Dang, I'll tell you in a bit. Jean-Claude Van Damme. Ah. Oh, yeah. So, anyways, I was like, ah, ah, and then the bell rings, ding, 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 ding. He's trying to find his corner because he's all swelled up. I looked at the ref, and just in that moment, I said, ref, stop the fight. He goes, you're winning the fight, Ortiz. I go, I don't want the belt. I need to go to the hospital. I need surgery, please. Stop the fight. He goes, Vic. And I go, I don't want the belt. I want to go to the hospital. I need surgery, please. They stop the fight. Boom. This dude is like tripping out like, what the hell? I just won the fight. Yeah, I beat his A. I made him quit, this and that. I'm just like, I can understand that kind of moment because, I mean, why not, I guess, but winning the whole fight, my thing gets shattered and it just hurts so bad, man. So now I get back to the corner. Why'd you effing do that? I go, my jaw's been broken since the 4th round. I told y'all to stop the fight. Now I'm getting people throwing bottles at me, throwing stuff at me, flipping me off to my face, pushing me, getting out of the ring. And I took it. But I made it to the locker room, and I just remember I sat there, and like I am right now, my hands on my head, and I'm just like, God, why'd you do this? I'm just leaking blood clots, leaking. And then the team comes in, they go, there's nothing wrong with you. Why'd you quit the fight? And I go, my jaw broken in the 4th round. I told you to stop it. There's nothing effing wrong with you. Everyone packed their stuff, they left, boom. I felt like that moment on the movie South Paw that I was part of, where like everybody just left him in the locker room by himself. It was a real moment for me too. That was an emotional moment for me to watch because Jake did an amazing job there. And the thing is, with me being in that situation, by the time I looked around, everybody was gone from the locker room at the Staples Center or Crypto.com Center. So
Staples Center.
Okay. Touche. So regardless, I was sitting there and I just remember I was like, I'm in so much pain, And at the time, one of my dear friends, David Rodella, another boxer, professional, he comes in and he goes, Mijo, you okay? And I looked up and my jaw's hanging. God, and he tries to put my jaw back, pull it up. I go, hey, no, don't touch me. I'm in a lot of pain. I'm in so much pain. Please don't. So now I have the gurney come in with the ambulance people, the nurses or whatever.
Yeah, paramedics.
Yeah, paramedics, bro. And they laid this gurney down and they're putting this brace on me. And I go like this, whoa, What are you doing? Get that off me. We got to put you in the ground. Hell no, get your hands off me. I didn't arrive at the Staples Center in a gurney and I ain't leaving in one. Well, Victor, get your hands off me. Put your mama on that thing. Prideful, bro.
Yeah.
I was young, dude. And I just get that, next thing you know, like, nah. I put on my suit. And I got to walk out of here. So I'm walking through the tunnel. Victor Ortiz, why'd you quit? They're trying to interview me. Why'd you quit? We saw that you just give up on this and that. You're this and that. And people were like, yeah, you little B, this and that, talking ugly to me. And I'm walking out. I'm just walking out with one of my dear friends, Anthony. He's a security guard. He goes, come on, Vic, we'll get you to the limo and we'll just take you straight to the hospital. All right, I like that. So then finally they said, Mr. Ortiz, you have to come with us at least, because if you don't, then we won't be able to cover you, this and that. I was like, all right, well, I'm not going to get on no gurney. Unless you guys want to get on a gurney, I'll be your doctor for the second on the ride to the hospital. I'm fine with that. Yeah. So now we're on our way to the hospital. I'm in so much pain, but the pride in me and just my ego, I'm just like, I just thought I was too hard. I don't know. Just young, dumb, So I get to the hospital and through the ER and they go, oh my gosh, what happened? I'm in a suit, and I'm all, that's all. I mean, nothing's wrong with my eyes, but this thing just hanging. I have blood just.
Yeah.
How bad does it hurt?
Oh, bro. Man, I could take broken hands, fight like that, no problem. I have been victorious, thankfully. Broken my nose, no problem. Cracked my head, I don't care. Broken a couple nails. Nah, bro, but hey. That jaw, bro, it's excruciating pain. I can't. I don't wish that upon my worst enemy, bro. Like that. It's ugly pain, dude. And I can't even pinpoint it for you, man. It's that bad. Wow. So, anyways, I get in there, and of course, I'm a jokester. So they're like, "Oh my gosh, what happened?" I said, "Oh, I was at the convenience store, and this guy, I think he was drunk." I couldn't really tell. I was all drooly, I think I was drunk, and he pulled out a bat and he hit me with it, and he disappeared. They're just like, and the doctor comes and goes, "This is Victor Ortiz. He was just on HBO."
Why'd you ruin the joke?
I was just like, okay, yeah, that's what really happened. But I'm in a lot of pain. Can you give me something for this pain?
Yeah.
They were like, Mr. Ortiz, you're gonna go into surgery right now. I go, let's do something. I'm in so much pain. Yeah. It hurts really bad. So now they took me to the back. Boom. They put these things in me. I'm undressed. I'm in a whatever.
The gown.
I'm in a gown now. I have IVs in me. And that's all I remember. I woke up in the morning and I'm like, oh, there's nobody here. Well, this sucks. I see IVs and I'm just like, So then I guess I'm going back to sleep. I go back to sleep. And then I'm just like so bothered because I'm like, I can't even do nothing right now. And then I could have sworn I didn't use the bathroom. So now I'm ringing the thing. And they're like, you're just on morphine. I'm just going to feel like that. It's very uncomfortable. I was like, that's why I feel weird. I don't like this feeling.
Yeah.
So then now, day one goes by. That was Saturday night, Sunday all day in hospital, Monday all day in hospital, Tuesday all day in hospital. Nobody with me. It was like
the entire time. Nobody.
And then
How hard was that mentally?
Oh, bro, it was rough. But then I thought about it and I said, this is my life, man. Since I was a kid to a grown man, top of the world, bottom of the barrel, whatever. But I was sad. And I just remember it was Wednesday and I finally received a phone call. Victor. I'm like, hey, what's going on? Coach? You forgot to pay us. I just like a dagger in my heart and it just fell. I was just like, tears just rolled out of my eyes and I just go, nah, I didn't forget. I got you. I apologize. Anyways, how are you? Where you been? Remember in the 4th round, I told you my jaw was broken? Yeah, there was nothing wrong with you. You just stopped. And I go, yeah, I was broken in 2 places. So I have 12 screws in my mouth, wired shut, and 2 metal plates. What? Where are you? I'll talk to you soon. Damn. Boom, I hang up. And I'm passed out again. I probably would have been like this. But I was wired shut, so I was just like just drooling her probably.
Could you still talk with it wired shut?
Yeah. So then I'll tell you some funny stuff. So then I'm sitting there like this, and then I felt a presence over me, right? So I opened my eyes at about like 2 hours later, and it's my coaches, and I'm just like, hey, what's going on, guys? They're looking at me. Man, there's nothing wrong with you. I was like, so I opened up so I could see all the metal and everything, and then down here, and it was still open down here, so you could see the metal plates and stuff. I was like, just a little bit. He goes, oh, I saw the regretful, shameful look, but it made me feel in a place of forgiveness toward my team. And it made me appreciate him, because he knew it was just a bad moment for him, the pride, and it happened, you know, it is what it is. So regardless, I went off to just about day 4, I'm still in there, and I'm like, I don't want to be here no more, just laying here, and I'm watching the little blood, the lifeline and stuff, and I'm just like, come on, man. So I'm like, dude, hey, doc, so can you get me out of here now? May I get dispatch, please? Victor, we're going to send some nurses to you right now. Well, how about this one? I've been here for 4 days now. I'm going to give you 2 minutes to get here. And if not, there's going to be a bloody mess. I'm going to start pulling off these plugs, and there's going to be blood everywhere, because I don't really want to be here no more. It's been 4 days. He's like, they send these people. I was like, I got your attention. Hi. How you guys doing? Here, I'm ready.
Yeah.
What do you mean you're ready? I was like, take them off, please. They're like, what do you mean? I'm like, yeah, I'm going home. Well, we can't do that, Mr. Ortiz. Yes, you can. Or either you can or I will. Look, check this out. I'm going to start pulling. I start pulling. They're like, whoa, Mr. Ortiz. All right. They bring me paperwork. I had to sign off. Thank you kindly. They took everything off. I was like, see, that wasn't so hard, was it? So now the doctor comes in. Victor, the reason we don't let you go is because, you know, you could leave here and you could start throwing up and you could choke in your throw up and this. And I was like, doc, it's broken. It's wired shut. If I leave, I'm still going to be broken and wired shut. What's the difference? Victor, please, Mr. Ortiz. I was like, no, don't give me that, man. Don't. And they asked some code word, boom, boom. They bring me pliers and all kinds of stuff. So technically, I was supposed to be carrying pliers around. So in case that does happen, I cut everything open and open my mouth. Mm-hmm. But that didn't happen. So here, all right, Mr. Ortiz, we just want to warn you. We're not responsible. We're not liable. No problem. It's okay. So we need you to sign this paperwork because, you know, X, Y, and Z. I was like, safety purposes for them, protection. I was like, no problem. I got it. You can't be working out. You can't be doing this. And I was like, no problem. I'm not trying to. I'm just going to, no worries. Thank you. Here's they gave me this whole bottle of like Vicodin, liquid Vicodin, excuse me. And I remember they're like, here, take just a little cap before you leave to make sure. And I go, okay, no problem. I did not like how it made me feel at all. I took it, but I didn't tell them. And I just go, I'm not touching that crap again. So I didn't. And I ended up leaving. So they're like, Vic, where do you want to go? I say, Universal Studios. So now my jaw's broke. I saw Ronnie was all broken. So my jaw's still broken, you know. Yeah. I saw Mario Lopez and everybody. They're like, Vic, you all right? I was like, I'm all right, I'm good. What are you doing? I was like, I'm going to go ride the roller coaster. So I'm over here riding the roller coaster.
Can't scream.
I mean, I can scream, but I can't open my mouth, you know?
This portion of the Burn Factory podcast is sponsored by Phoenix Salon Suites. Please visit Phoenix Salon Suites at PHENIX Salons, SALON, Suites, SUITES.com to find one near you.
As you guys may know, I was tragically burned in a school science experiment by my teacher that gave me a 50% chance to survive. And through that, I have to wear sunscreen every day for the rest of my life. And as being a golfer, the brand I trust is Kula.
Man, look at this bottle. Kula. This just screams beaches, waves, and sun. So let's give this a smell.
The nice wind of a Tropicana breeze.
This is smelling like Hawaii, our favorite place. So next time you guys need sunscreen, go get yourself Kula. You'll thank us later. Vic, it's time to go to R. R stands for ridiculous. It's a little lighter, a little more fun. So all those fights, all those all that traveling, was there a ridiculous burn moment that you came across, whether it's like a fan asked you a random question or like you got some crazy message? Like, is there something kind of ridiculous
what's interesting
that
of the when you say that? Yes. So I once had my first girlfriend ever, back years ago, and mind you, I was already the reigning champion for the NABO and the USBA, and I remember I was just newly crowned for the WBC, and I did it for myself. I remember I secluded myself, put myself in camp, and I said, although there was nobody around, I'm gonna be the champ. When I'm a champ, I'm gonna buy a flight to London. I'm gonna buy a flight to the Caribbean. I'm gonna buy a flight. I just traveled everywhere by myself. And the simple thought in my head was, because we were like, you shouldn't travel by yourself. There's people that are dangerous. And I said, I have this one, and I have this one. I have Tom O'Leary and Jim Jackson.
Wait, what do you call him?
Remember from the movie Tom O'Leary and John Jackson?
John Jackson, yeah.
Remember? So I sat there. I was just like, you know what? I don't mind traveling by myself. I don't fear nobody, except for him. So regardless, in the belief that I'm anybody can get messed with, but I didn't see it that way. So I would fight. I'd book a flight. Dude, I went to the Caribbean. I went to Antigua. I went to Barbados. I went to Bahamas. On my next trip, I went to Puerto Rico. Another trip, I went to London. Another place, I went to New Jersey, England. And it was an island I didn't even know about. I just booked it because it sounded like New England. Yeah, bro. So
am I gonna run into Tom Brady there?
Yeah, right? No joke. Hello there. I'm Tom Brady.
What?
This is the eBay version.
Yeah.
No, I can't. I'm sorry. I just had it. Right.
That's hilarious. You're not the one. Yeah. So regardless of those trips, though, those travels were pretty amazing. I mean, I ended up in Russia. I ended up in Germany. I ended up just everywhere. My buddies were calling me the Globetrotter because I was away from
traveling the globe.
Yeah, I was just fighting and traveling. And the moments that I was out doing that, it was amazing because you never know. For me, I would never know or assume that I was a known figure. I was on a beach in the French Riviera. I had my shirt off, and I just remember I was sitting there like this, and people were speaking their language. I don't speak French, so they're like Victor Ortiz, and I'm just like, hi, because my tattoo is a cover up of it used to be Ortiz. And I covered it up due to some things that took place. I'll explain in a second. But regardless, this tattoo is a tribal. What I did not realize up until like a couple of years ago was that when my buddy re-tattooed it with the tribal, it still says Ortiz, but in tribal. I didn't know that. And then I guess he just kind of went with the flow of tribal, but maybe he didn't realize he did Ortiz, but it does say Ortiz if you look at it correctly. So regardless, just all these people, these fans, it's just been, again, it's been amazing for me because as a kid, like, bro, nobody knew me, man. I just to grab a little bit of food sometimes. I told this story to one of my buddies, a little youngster. I trained two of them. There's little Tafari. Tafari's 13. Oh, he just turned 14, sorry. And a little JJ. And he's a 13-year-old boy too. And they're both South Paw. But JJ just turned to Muay Thai. So he's a little beast. Apparently he's doing very well right now. But I just teach him stand up. You know, he hits hard. They both do. So regardless, I told him about a story when I was a youngster, 13 years old, their age. They have a mom and dad, each of them. I didn't have none of that. And I told him about the year I was fighting in the regionals. I said, man, I was so hungry, bro. I remember like I didn't have any money or any way of getting food. And I was walking in Denver, Colorado, of all places, in Denver, Colorado, and I found an orange, bro, about this big. I remember I took that orange home, bro. I washed it up, and I just remember I peeled it all apart. That orange lasted me like 2 days, bro, because I didn't want to finish it because I was hungry, bro, but I needed to eat to keep my championship going. And then the day of the quarterfinals, my buddy says, damn, Vic, you're all ripped, bro. But you're 127 pounds. How come you're so light? I was like, bro, I haven't had enough food, man. He goes, what do you mean? Well, I can't afford no food right now, man. Ricky Lopez, and he goes, nah, bro. So he took me to Chipotle for my first time ever, man. Bought me a big old burrito, man. Best believe I smashed on that thing. Yeah. And then I came back the next day and I smashed on that guy. I became I was unstoppable after that burrito, dog.
Burn moment.
Yeah, for dang sure. Oh yeah, bro. Yeah, it was great. But regardless of all that, you fast forward to where God has allowed me to be, man. It's interesting. It's crazy, you know. Mm-hmm. Statistically speaking, it's not supposed to happen, you know. Mm-hmm. But I don't believe in statistics. I believe that if you work hard, don't get me wrong, there are some statistics that are pretty much on point and on cue. But when it comes to a person, telling a person what they're going to do and what they're capable of doing, no. You can't do that. It's up to a person to put you down and put you in a category. And in that category, you're either going to elevate or you're going to go way down, you know? And I chose to, no. I put my foot down. I'm going to do what I'm going to do because I said so. I'm going to work hard no matter what. I don't care if I'm hurting to the end. I'm going to get done. I'm going to get it through. Yeah. Especially when you see like, your two little U's looking at you like I'm their hero, you know? They're like, Dad, yo, you're like Hulk strong, right, Dad? I'm like, well, yeah. I'm like, no. Yeah. It's just an amazing thing though. But going back to all the travels, all the craziness, it's been quite the journey, bro. Mm-hmm. It has. I mean, I'm sure you guys have had some journeys like that. I mean, your journey's just wow. It was eye-opening, bro.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Yeah, man. To have another opportunity like that, I mean, it's amazing. Mm-hmm. What more can you ask for, you know?
Yeah. Exactly. You truthfully don't see how much God has in store for you.
Absolutely, brother.
Like, really, because I would have never thought in a million years we'd be doing a podcast. Sitting next to freaking Victor Ortiz. Like, are you kidding me?
No, man.
But
it's a pleasure, bro.
You just got to trust in him and give him everything, and he'll provide, you know?
Amen. Absolutely. And,
yeah.
And, you know, that's the one thing where I never, excuse me, as a boy, so I told you I was at juvenile detention centers and foster homes and stuff. So when I was a kid, I remember when I ended up in juvenile detention centers, the reason the first time I ever picked up a Bible was because of juvie. I was in there and I just remember this kid, big kid, there were 2 beds and there was a glass. We looked like caged animals, you know? And the guy goes, why don't you get off my bed? And of course, I was a little relentless, you know, and I go, I don't see your name on it. So we threw hands on the spot. I used boxing, of course. I saw punches flying, boop, boop. And then now there's blood everywhere. So, you know, I got in some trouble. Mm-hmm. But I just remember they put me in like a confined area, and I picked up the only thing that they had to read, and it was a Christian Bible. And I remember I came from my mom, when I was a kid, Catholic background. But what I noticed is I never prayed to anything but God and talked to God. And I just remember I was like, I don't know if you're hearing me or if you're listening, God, but so I believe since I was a child, I was a Christian without knowing it. And I just took off with that faith and you know, I'm baptized and stuff nowadays. And
That's awesome.
And it's great because my sons get to hear daddy. And it's funny because if you guys don't listen to these songs, watch after the podcast or whatever, I'll have you guys listen to what my sons listen to. It's pretty cool because they're learning from daddy, like their faith. It's great. Like they play a song called Lion of Judah. If you guys have heard it, it's called Lion of Judah by Revelation.
If I hear it, maybe.
Yeah. So regardless, I had them yesterday. Matter of fact, I had my sons, and they're like, "Dad, yo, can we play Lion of Judah?" I'm like, "Of course, I got you, Baba." And they're singing at the top of their lungs. I'm like, so it's like they're worshiping as babies. It's pretty cool, bro.
Yeah,
so cool.
I get to see that, and I get to implant that in them. And the Bible does say, teach them young, and when they're old, they'll come back to their ways.
Yeah.
So it's been an amazing journey, bro. It's just a lot of ups, a lot of downs, disappointments, positives. But I mean, who's to say it's all gonna be over tomorrow? Like we'll start over again, you know?
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, you never know. But all right, Vic, it's time to go to N. N is kind of two parts. It's now and next. So what are some burn moments that you're kind of going through right now, and what are some burn moments that you see come in the future? I know you're working on the meta boxing thing still.
Absolutely.
So
No, we're doing
kind of talk to us about that.
For now, we're definitely working on a metaverse for boxing. I'm bringing boxing into the metaverse. It's a little different. I have some partners, Mr. Vincent and 4D. 4D is a company that we're working with. Dude, they're amazing. They made a couple twins of me dressed up different. And it's really weird. It's strange. I'm just kind of like we'll be talking and I'm right here and I'm kind of like, I'll take off the VR. I'm like, oh, that's strange. So I showed my little boy, Dad, that video game? I'm like, kind of. It's kind of different,
huh?
Kind
of life.
But Dad, you right, Dad? I'm like, that's Daddy, yeah. It's strange, man. I'm just kind of like, whoa. I mean, it's cool, but it's just different.
It's
you know?
crazy.
It's beyond. I'll show you guys all of it in a little bit.
Yeah.
But regardless, for now, that's what I'm working on. We'll be launching soon enough. But I also want to fight within the metaverse. But I want to do everything correctly and right, you know? So basically you fight and then with an option of after you fight, is it that just it? Is it over? No, the twin that is mine keeps going on forever. So you can fight him with whoever you want. It's kind of trippy.
Whoa.
It's really strange.
I've still never understood it.
No,
For the last 3 years, everyone's been talking about it. I don't really
It's
get
different.
it.
Well, the concept that we're using is different because I've seen some metaverse things happen with boxing, but they haven't really quite nailed it too great. And I'm happy that the experiment rats got to do that because I get to look at them and I'm like, ooh, no. Oh, yeah, no, yes, okay, yeah. Thumbs up, thumbs down. Like right now, it was a thumbs up for me now. Some months back, I was like, nah, it's a thumbs down big time. No, but it's been great though, just to do that. And then also I'm prepping for another fight. I've been in talks with Sam Watson, and we'll be back in the ring hopefully December. I'm not exactly sure on the date, but it's okay. I've been in training camp pretty hardcore at House of Champions in Van Nuys, but also with Coach Danny Garcia in Oxnard, California. So kind of a little bit of a commute, but it's okay. It's work, you know?
Yeah.
And then other than that, just raising my babies, or can't call them babies no more, I'm sorry, because Royal and Malachi get pretty upset. Like, Dad, yo, I a big boy. Oh, sorry, dude. I a big boy, Dad. Oh, my bad, dude. Sorry. All right. I'm sorry. Don't hit Daddy. But sticking by them, just working hard, making sure that they grow up to be good kids, man. I just like you guys, integrity and just loving, respectful, and that's what I'm just trying to shoot for. But other than that, man, I do have a project that I'm working on right now. It's a 1981 Chevy. Oh, it's the old school box style.
Yep.
But it's a long bed. It's a real man's truck. I like the short bed, dropped like lowrider. No, mine's actually a long bed, and it's lifted with MT Classics.
Yeah.
Putting a fuel injection in it.
I just saw that I think California passed a law that you can have lowriders again now.
No way.
Yeah. Like really recently, maybe a couple weeks ago.
Really?
I saw that on the news.
That's probably why you're seeing so many on like this morning. I was like, my gal was sleeping and I'm just like watching watching lowrider after lowrider. I haven't seen lowrider videos in a long time, and I'm like, oh, that's pretty cool. Huh, that's cool.
That's probably why. I get like the Facebook Marketplace notifications, and they're like, 68 Camaros. Yeah. That's probably why, honestly. People are trying to sell.
I wouldn't doubt it. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Maybe I'll get a classic car one day. I want to.
What kind of car?
What do you want?
I don't know. I would like to probably have a Camaro.
Ooh,
Yeah.
68, 69?
68. One of our good friends, his buddy, is selling a cherry red one.
Dude.
He's building it still right now. Like he refurbished everything. He took everything apart, rebuilt everything.
Damn.
Curtis's friend, yeah.
Wow.
And so I don't know. We'll see.
That's my favorite.
Yeah.
68, 60. Well, 69 because the side of the 69 has like a little sharp edge on it. It's pretty sick, but the 68's a little smoother. Pretty sick, both of them. Regardless, I like them.
Yeah.
Yeah, but man,
We'll see. Maybe.
I'll show you pictures of my 81 right now.
Okay.
I
Yeah.
have it
I'd love to see
all. So Royal, my older one, he goes. So when I first built it, it was all ugly. Just so he called it Mater.
Yeah, tow truck.
Yeah. Dad, yo, we working on Mater. I'm like, yeah. I'm like, who's Mater? So then I finally watched Cars. I go, oh, Mater. Okay. So he called it Mater. And then after he called it Mater, we put the new engine in it and stuff, but I didn't have pipes in it yet. And it was still carbureted. So now it's fuel injected. I mean, I haven't put the engine in it, but I had to do all the engine bay and stuff. But anyways, so I didn't put pipes on it just yet. So when he actually heard it turn on, he was scared of it because it was like, boom, 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 boom. But thankfully, the monster truck show was going to be in Ventura. So I took him to the monster truck show in the pickup without pipes. So we arrived to that monster truck show and he's like, Dad, it's so cool. We in my monster truck, right? I'm like, yeah, Papa. So we got to go see it all we got to see all the trucks and stuff. And I asked one of the gentlemen, do you mind if you could, if I can show my little boy inside of your truck and stuff? He's like, you're Victor Ortiz. I was like, yeah. He goes, let me just take you on a ride. I was like, are you serious? So he took Royal, myself, and him on one of those big monster trucks. Oh my! So gosh. Royal got to see it first, and he's like, "Dad, it's so cool, Dad." I was like, "This is crazy." So after that, we went back to his truck, of course, and it was just primered at the time now, and he called it, of course, Mater. It stayed Mater for a while, and he goes, "Dad, can we ride my monster truck?" I'm like, "Yeah, of course." So we'd drive his monster truck all the time. And next thing you know, I took it to my buddies and they blasted a paint job on it. So I go, what colors do you want, Papa? He goes, royal, blue, and white, Dad. And I go, oh, nice. Kansas City Royals. Yeah. I got you. So we did the old school, like the two-tone, Yeah. So it's blue and then white. And then the hood, it has like a cow induction. So it kind of comes up. So the two sides of the hood is blue also.
Oh, that's sweet.
Yeah, excuse me. But it's not completely finished because I need to put Royal and Malachi on the sides.
Oh, you're going to put
the scoops?
That would
Yeah.
be cool.
Cool.
Yeah.
So then, cool. Regardless, my little boys they just love the truck, man. And it looks pretty nice. I'm not done with it though, but that's one of my projects. Other than that, that's the now.
Uh-huh. When's it going to be done?
You know what? I'm not sure. I've just been so busy here, there, doing my thing. And then, just my baby. Sometimes with my baby boys, I don't really like to, if I have my sons, it's important for me to give them my time, Although I sometimes I want to take them, Dad, let's work on your truck, but they're babies, man. They'll work on the truck for a minute and then they're done. Yeah, man. So I also have another a movie project actually. Okay. It's pretty cool. Yeah, so it's called The Friendly, dude. I play a commander in the Army. Dude, I watched the film, bro. I was, obviously you get to watch it, and I was just like, dude, I am not crying, bro. Dude, it was good though, bro. I was just like, wow. Now, that was before training camp, so I may have had a gut.
So when does it come out?
May 11th. I mean,
May 11th.
November 11th.
Oh,
sorry.
November. Oh, soon.
Yeah.
It's like next week.
It's because it's for Veterans Day, bro.
Okay.
Yeah, it's about
Cool.
there's a soldier who has PTSD and he's helped along by his dog.
That's cool.
So his dog helps him find his way, man. And it's an amazing movie, bro. The way it was written and man, and just to partake in it and be part of it, be a commander. I'm like, whoa, wow. It's a great cast too. So it's the craziest thing. So back before, you guys remember who Brock O'Hearn is, right? Brock
Yes.
O'Hearn,
Yeah.
the man bun guy.
Yes.
Oh yeah. Okay, now I know
He's
what
a,
you're
he's
talking
a
about.
big
The-
old handsome dude, like
with
6'8".
man.
Hey, I'm not joking. I'm not joking. Come on, Brock, you know you are. So Brock's one of my best friends, man. We go way back, and I just remember, I go, yo, Brock, dude, that'd be cool if one day we end up on the same movie, right? And the craziest thing, he's like, yeah, man. You know, he early on he went to all my fights and whatnot, and then next thing you know, he goes, Vic, yeah, dude, I can't wait, man. I'm pretty sure one day we might see each other on a film. I was like, yeah, God's help, God's name, you know. So I go to this, the night before I said, God, if you still want me in this acting industry, let it be of your will. If not, I don't want nothing to do with Hollywood. I've been in it. It's different, you know? And, I said, as long as it glorifies your name, you know, dude, the movie, The Friendly, is from a thing called a network called PureFlix.
Oh.
Yeah. So then I get this movie. Next thing you know, I get to the set and I'm like, Brock? And he's like, Vic. I go, what's up, dude? So they're like, wait, you know each other? I'm like, that's like my little big brother. Because, you know, he's like 6'8", and I'm always like, yeah, he's just slightly taller than me. I'm 5'9", dude. Like, I'm a midget compared to him, you know? Yeah. And he's just like, man, bro, what are you doing here? I'm like, I just came to clean up the trash and stuff. And he's like, shut up. I was like, I'm just messing. I'm casted too, bro. He goes, what? I was like, I'm your commander, bro, so you better respond to me, bro.
Yeah, you gotta
actually, it was like this.
right there.
You better respond to me, bro.
But
yeah,
like
man,
this.
it was a huge blessing, bro. Really, like, wow. I just couldn't believe my eyes when I saw one of my best friends there, you know? Mm-hmm. And then we had a great time filming, and man, to say they did a good job is an understatement, bro. They blew it out the water, man. I was speechless to watch this movie. I was like, whoa. And then that's that.
Cool. All right, Victor. Well, you just spelt burn in your life. Thank you so much for coming on the show. Tell the audience where they can find you at Instagram, whatever.
Man. Well, first off, it's been a great pleasure, man. From meeting your parents, your family, your little brother, dude. It's a privilege. It really is. But for anyone who wants to keep an eye on me, is Twitter is Vicious Ortiz, and Instagram is It's ITSVORTIZ. It's V Ortiz. Funny story. So someone had took my name right. They're like, I'll sell you your name for $500,000. I was like,
what?
Nah, just talk to my attorneys.
Did you get it? Did you get it?
No, I don't want it.
I didn't get it.
So whoever has Victor Ortiz, good for you.
Good for you.
You heard the man. Go give him some love. And Victor, it's been a privilege to have you on the Burn Factory. And as a gift for coming on, you will be getting the Black Label Edition Burn Factory hoodie, where only guests get these.
Oh wow.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
Absolutely.
wear it loud
Thank you
and
kindly,
wear it
bro.
proud.
Of course.
And
Gotta hold this up.
and you'll also be getting your own
Really?
Burn Factory belt.
This is for me?
Yes,
Yep.
sir.
Oh, dude, thank you.
We'll take a photo at the end of this and you can get it.
Absolutely. Look at that, guys.
Hey.
Come get some. Just kidding. Wow, dude, this is cool. I was eyeballing this earlier.
He's like, hold on, let me see.
Another one for the case.
As long as you guys don't jump me, we're good.
We won't. But that's going to do it for another episode of the Burn Factory podcast. Like always, like, comment, and subscribe at the Burn Factory podcast.
And like always, please visit my foundation as well, the priestjamesfoundation.org. Again, the priestjamesfoundation.org, to understand why we call this the Burn Factory.
And we'll see you guys for the next episode. Peace.
All right, guys, we're here with Victor Ortiz, who just spelled burn in his life, and he is now the Burn Factory podcast champion.
It's awesome, isn't it?
Thank you, Victor, so much for coming on the show and sharing your story.
Pleasure.
We had
Pleasure, man.
fun
Thank you
time.
guys.
You have fun?
Sorry, I talk a lot.
No, you're good.
You talk a lot.
Hey, it's fun. We had a great time.
Jenny's good too.